Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair. And Palma, 7 points in the game. To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-pointer. Oh, my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Natalviano has time.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Two teams from the South Division take center stage in tonight's main game in the City of Life, Biñan, Laguna. At nandito po tayo ngayon sa loob ng Alonte Sports Arena where Biñan Tatakjel will make their 8th home defense of the season. And they will take on the Parañaque Patriots. And some of the guys have stepped up despite being short-handed, but it has been a tough season para dito sa Parañaque. Meanwhile, Kenny Roacurva has always been consistent para dito sa Biñan, and they're looking to kickstart another winning run in this season. It's the Parañaque Patriots kalaban ang Biñan Beast Motorcycle Tire Game X. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Ken Pangilinan alongside Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, both of these teams made the playoffs in the South last season, pero iba yung naging kapalaran nila this year.
Yeah, marami rin kasing mga nagbago sa respective teams, lalo na para dito sa Parañaque Patriots. The change in coaches, change in a lot of the rosters, some of their main players moving on to other teams. So a period of adjustment really for the Patriots, but it's really been a struggle. Samantalang itong Biñan naman trying to stay middle of the pack in the South Division.
Parehong galing sa pagkatalo itong dalawang kupunan. Of course, you're watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, and also you could catch us on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And unahin na natin ang Parañaque Patriots. And we began the season here for Parañaque with a lot of promise, Coach Mike. But, you know, there were things that were beyond their control. And especially here against Bulacan. Actually, meron sila control dito because Bulacan was in the midst of a 13 game losing skid, but natalo sila dito surprisingly against the Puyas.
Oh, napakalaking opportunity nun para matapos na yung losing streak nila, but na-outscore sila in the third quarter, and Kevin Buenaflor led the team with 17 points. Lander had 13 and grabbed 10 rebounds. Paulo Castro had 13 points. I want to focus on the free throws. That's 10 missed free throws and a plus 16 free throw attempts para sa Bulacan. Really more forceful inside the paint itong Bulacan, and they got outplayed in the length of the floor as they were a -7 in the fast break points. Gotta do a little bit better when it comes to transition defense, speaking of the Patriots.
Parañaque actually made it all the way to the semifinals in the South Division last season, just falling to Quezon. Itong Biñan naman, Coach Mike, natalo sila in the first round despite being the third seed against the Jensen Warriors. And ganito rin yung nangyari in their season matchup this year. And this featured 9 deadlocks, 10 lead changes, nip and tuck affair as expected, but Biñan was unable to execute down the stretch here.
Oh, lalo na nag-struggle yung dalawang teams na yan sa 3 points. Tapos daming free throws, 57 total given up. And when you look at the numbers, it's glaringly the 11.1% sa 3 points na napakalaking bagay na naka-impact dyan sa game na yan, let alone yung 10 more rebounds para dito sa Jensen, which really gave more opportunities for them to score offensively.
And now we go to our player matchup. Two heady guards who really impressed, especially during their young days in the NCAA, from Parañaque, and former Mapua Cardinal Alan Mangahas. On the other side naman, for Biñan, former San Sebastian Golden Stag and Pamboy Raimundo.
And whenever you look at player comparisons, I always start off with the minutes played. It's a plus 8 minutes rather for Pamboy Raimundo. He pretty much is the main point guard para dito sa Biñan, but the percentage has always been pretty close, including the assist. and including yung rebounds, and so that really shows you the balance between these two really good point guards for the respective teams.
And for more on those two vets, let's go to Lyra.
Maraming salamat, Ken. It's a veteran face-off tonight as Pamboy Raimundo is stepping up big time for Biñan because most of his teammates are out due to sickness. Finokus daw talaga niya ang shooting niya just like last season at very determined nga din to step up and be that spark that Biñan needs tonight. As for Alan Mangahas, it's all about racking more wins for the Patriots dahil kailangan nga rin daw bumahawi. Pero bonus na makakaharap niya si Pamboy Raimundo since high school magkalaro na kami niyan, he said. Kaya very familiar na talaga kami sa galawan ng isa't isa. He said with a grin. Tons of experiences from these two. Expect nothing less than a crafty and competitive showdown. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. At yung dalawang manlalaro na yan, matindi yung naging tapatan yan throughout the years. And those two enjoying the fruits of their labor now on their advanced years but still going strong. And simulan na natin ang ating laban between Parañaque and Biñan. Miguel Pere will introduce our starters.
Inside the Alonte Sports Arena, Parañaque Patriots versus your Biñan Tatakjel on the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters, beginning with Parañaque Patriots. Starting at guard number 12, Jasper Cuevas. Also at guard number 37, Paulo Castro. Center number 14, Jesse Saitanan. Forward number 41, J-Boy Solis. And the other forward number 0, Dave Moralde. The Parañaque Patriots is led by Franklin Mancho with Tyron Ruiz and Syke Miguelino. Team managers Joel Mendoza, team owners Jamal Vizcarra and Honorable Joan Villafuerte. And now mga kaliga, get on your feet because it's time to meet the starting unit of your Biñan Tatakjel Beast Motorcycle Tire GameX. Starting at forward number 88, Kenny Roca Curva. Forward number 31, Jaymar Gimpayan. Starting at center number 4, Christian Big Boy Hernandez. One guard number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. And a two guard number 26, your very own from Barangay Canlalay, Ronnie Alonte. The head coach for your Biñan Tatakjel is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Cabutotan, and JR Manansala. LGU partner is Mayor Jel Alonte with Ruben.
Starting five brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Parañaque starts off with Jasper Cuevas, Paulo Castro, Jesse Saitanan, J-Boy Solis, and Dave Moralde. Sa panig ng Biñan, Pamboy Raimundo, Ronnie Alonte, Big Boy Hernandez, Jaymar Gimpayan, and Kenny Roca Curva. Our referees for this ball game, Edmar Aves, Benjo Estrога, Zen Manansala, and Jing Tagiam. Alam mo, biniro ko si Zen, yung female referee natin. Nagpa-picture kanina ay Ronnie agad eh.
Oo nga.
Hindi pinalampas.
Di ba hands po yun?
Hands po nga eh. Hands po yan, Brad.
Oo. Well, you have to take the shot every time. May
Oo.
pagkakataon.
You miss 100% of the shots
You don't
you don't
take.
take.
So, 100% from the field siya.
Oo. Unang possession, pupunta sa panig ng Parañaque. Jasper Cuevas drives, kick out pass to J-Boy Solis, who's been shooting well from the outside. Rebound Hernandez after that miss. Biñan is 6-1 at home. They've been really impressive here. Pamboy takes that free off the mark. Rebound controlled by Paulo Castro. Dave Moralde popostehan si Kenny Roca Curva. Bola na tapik palabas, mananatili sa panig ng Patriots.
Napakahalaga dito na magkaroon ng ball movement itong Patriots because you see the athletic ability of itong Biñan. As you see a three-pointer right there in the corner. And you have to be able to beat that defense right in front of you.
3-0 start for Parañaque. It's really imperative for them to get going early because they're dead last in terms of points scored. Hirap na hirap sila eh. There are too many lulls for them, Coach Mike, na during those stretches, talagang minsan scoreless, nahihirapan sila to put in a string of points.
At saka itong version na to ng Parañaque, kailangan maintindihan natin na ito ay maraming mga key players na nawala. You talk about John Oduba, you talk about AJP Sarao, amongst other guys that have moved on to other teams. And the things that have really been, I guess, from a stat line perspective, na bumaba, unang-una yung scoring. Katulad nga na sabi mo kanina, mayroong mga lulls na hindi nakaka-score. They are actually scoring 13 points less from last season. And a lot of that has to do because they're making 5 lesser field goal makes. And so yun na lang, very basic na you have to make your shots. It is something that really needs to be addressed. And the big question is, especially dun sa very first game nitong Patriots, if I recall correctly, that was against Davao.
Davao, yeah.
Yeah, and Moralde played very little minutes kasi na-injure siya. He was, in my opinion, supposed to be the focal point of the offense, being a good perimeter guy, really good post-ups to work out things with Paulo Castro and J-Boy Solis as Paulo Castro sinks another jumper outside. Pero hindi nangyari yun. Na-injure at haba nung time na hindi nakapaglaro si Dave Moraldo. And I think that has impacted on how that ball has rotated offensively para dito sa Patriots.
Actually, nung binanggit mong laban na yan, laban sa Davao Occidental, lamang sila first 3 quarters.
Yes.
Tapos nahabol lang sila ng Davao Occidental in the 4th.
Right. Ooh, got a player down.
Sa Parañaque to
That's J-Boy.
They can't afford to lose another player. They're extremely short-handed. Itong Parañaque. This is just 2 minutes in the first period. Looks like he's okay though.
And he's pretty much itong si J-Boy Solis. Mga puntos, halos lahat sa kanya nang gagaling. Ngayon yung tama. Mga inadvertent naman, no?
Hindi naman sadya.
Hindi naman sadya.
Si Jagers ba nanonood? Parang kaasaran din niya to si J-Boy.
Ganun ba?
Oo, lahat yata kaasaran ni Jagers eh.
Jagers naman kasi scoring machine eh.
Oo. Yung pinakita niya laban sa Bataan, grabe yun. J-Mark Gimpayan with a hook shot. Cuts the lead down to 2, 5-3. And remember, si Jerome Garcia was once the leading scorer for Emilio Aguinaldo College in the NCAA. He's a dead shot. Yung injuries lang talaga eh. He had a long layoff. Acorba using his offhand ties the ball game up at 5 apiece.
Hirap ng pigilan si Kenny talaga pagka merong momentum pababa. Yung bilis at yung lakas, tsaka yung pag-absorb niya talaga ng contact, yun ang nagpapahirap ng pagpigil sa kanya.
Great way to create some space sa Tanan against Big Boy Hernandez.
And things didn't get better para dito sa Parañaque, no? Aside from losing key players, you also have your head coach in Coach Mike Sagigit moving on to Caloocan, and that impacted them as well.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners.
And I feel with Coach Stephen Mopera na pumalit kay Coach Mike, very familiar naman siya sa naging sistema ni Coach Mike because he's been the assistant coach for quite a while of Coach Mike. And so the hope is, wala halos nagbago. Another strong drive right there by Kenny Rocacorba.
Remarkable take to the basket. Dave Moralde pinitbit! Nilinis pa yung ring!
Classic Dave Moralde. Parang bumalik sa Muntinlupa days tsaka sa UP days ito. Sama mo na yung Beda days niya. Pinitbit na gusto yung layup na yon.
Kahit siya, no, dami na ring injuries ni Dave.
Yeah.
That has really robbed his mobility. But he remains a serviceable player for Parañaque. Kenny Rocacorba though,
He's just smarter now because of yung experience niya. And, back when he was younger, while he was a very calculated player, nakita mo yung risk-taking, maganda. Oh, what a pass.
Waray going right at J-Boy. Solis will be called for that foul.
And this is a very mobile fight para dito sa Biñan.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Xbox, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
Nakas ng pagkakabit-bit ni Dave doon. Pinektus na lang niya yun actually on the way down.
Sablay yung first free throw ni Jaymar Gimpayan. Pasok yung pangalawa. Score po natin is 12-10. 4 minutes gone by in quarter number 1. Jasper Cuevas remains at the point for Parañaque. Solis back to Paulo Castro. Swing it to Moralde. Dave. Natapikan sa likod. Saitanan recovers. Immediately puts up a free. No go. Rebound Hernandez. Quickly to Raimundo. The cut. Alonte back to Gimpayan. And Alonte dishing out his first assist to Waray.
A good decision by Ronnie Alonte right there. Expecting that recovery defensively by Saitanan. Didn't want to free up that space that's available for that pass. Good finish.
J-Boy with a mid-range jumper. Abante pa rin ang Parañaque, 14-12. Ronnie Alonte attacks the paint. Awe.
Mahirap yon dahil nakataas lang yung kamay ni ni J-Boy Solis.
Alam ni Ronnie. Hindi na lang siya kay Benjo eh. This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Yung magandang shovel pass papunta kay Jaymar. Nakita niya yung dating ng depensa ni Saitanan. Kaya leave it up doon sa iniwanang bantay ni Jesse.
Past the halfway point of the first. Solis steps back. Long two-pointer is good.
That is one thing in the game of J-Boy Solis. I mean, yung distance, outside shooting that has really shored up this season. Normally, kita mo yan, perimeter jumper, elbow, as we see Pamboy Raimundo hit a 3. Elbow, perimeter, pero yung stretch sa 3 points, yun ang laki na in-improve para dito kay J-Boy.
First three-point make for Biñan. Courtesy of Pamboy Raimundo. Saitanan, Hernandez, nagkakiskisan sa poste. Foul itatawag kay Big Boy.
Speaking of Big Boy, isa na yun sa mga nawala rin dito sa Patriots, lumipat.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop of appliances. Pamboy Raimundo averaging 6.5 points.
Anong tinatawag na yung mini-mention kanina sa report ni Lyra na experience, ika nga. It still is the best teacher, and both Alan and Pamboy have really made the most out of those lessons that they learned.
One-hander coming from Adzarujan, kakapasok lang for the Patriots. 18-15, Pamboy against Jasper. Raimundo, pocket pass. Hernandez. Foul lang inabot.
Yung lead ng pass ni Pamboy, hindi niya pinasa diretso sa katawan ni Big Boy Hernandez, kundi dun sa spot right in front of Big Boy that he can catch it and make a play inside the lane.
Mike Maestre comes in for Jaymar Gimpayan. At si Bam Lopez naman, pinaltan muna si Ronnie Alonte. Big Boy at the line. Former Our Lady of Fatima player.
So naging player siya ni Coach Ralph?
Oo.
Okay. Kevin Benaflor also on the floor.
Oh, and he has stepped up.
Oh yeah.
With key guys missing now for Parañaque. Ito si Kevin Villaflor.
And see, Kevin, I am personally not surprised on how he's performed the last game. I mean the shooting, that's always been there. He's known for that in Muntinlupa. And even I think his younger brother, who I coached sometime last summer, I think si Ivan, magkaiba naman sila ng style ng laro. More of inside naman si Ivan, and more defensive player. In my opinion, in that season that I got to coach him. Both guys, pretty good basketball players, dalawang yan.
Lamang ng Biñan after that basket by Kenny Roacurva. Currently has 9 points. Steal here. Kenny. Roacurva going right at Adzarujan. Maestre there for the putback. And he has one more free throw after that foul.
reliving their Pasig days. Itong si Mike Maestre and Kenny Roca Curva. The many times we've seen that action where one guy misses and the other recovers the offensive rebound and a stick back. In my opinion, back when they were playing for Pasig, sila yung dalawang very athletic. A lot that has to do with the success of that Pasig team. Alongside Robbie Manalang, of course, and Jason Ballesteros.
Ryan Costello rin, nandun.
Oo.
Ganda nung mix na yun eh.
Oo.
Under Coach Boyd Fernandez
Right.
when they were with Pasig.
Mhm.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And the last time that these guys were together, if I recall correctly, was 2023. 24, these guys moved to Biñan.
When the floor gives it up to James Mangajas. Former De La Salle Archer. When the
shot.
floor off the mark. Maestre grabs the rebound. Renzo Subino is in for Biñan. Peña Redondo nasa loob na rin para sa Biñan tatak gel. Pupukol ng tres. Wala yan. And Ballesteros, nobody boxing out. The former San Sebastian Golden Stag.
And he continues to be a handful for any of the big man that's going to go up against them inside the paint. Jason has just so much length and experience, so to speak, playing inside the paint.
Pobres comes in for Paulo Castro. Ballesteros now at the line. One of the stalwarts for the first version of Gilas Pilipinas, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Diba, sama-sama sila doon, nila JV Casio, Chris Chu, Mac Barakael. And certainly a force inside the paint. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Split at the line for Jason. 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. We have a timeout on the floor. Labang ang Biñan, 23-18.
After their tough loss to Jensan that snapped their winning streak, Coach Boyet Fernandez of Biñan is determined to bounce back strong. Despite the absence of veterans Mark Pingris, Carlo Lastimosa, Jonathan Gray, and Christian Cajarito, who's currently attending to his wife who just gave birth, Coach Boyet remains focused. Perfect timing ito para bigyan ng equal opportunity ang ibang players he shared. With a short rotation, he's challenging the rest of the squad to rise to the occasion and prove that Biñan's system works no matter who's on the floor. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And Coach Boyet, the attention to detail has always been on point. And hindi yan nakokontento eh. Whether it's a win or a loss, it's the same mentality for Coach Boyet, Coach Mike.
Oo naman. At saka, even back when he was coaching for Pasig, it's almost been the same. And nakikita mo yung detalye. And for him to be partnering alongside Coach Gino Manansala, ganda rin ang combination, ano? Both one of the really good minds in Philippine basketball. Of course, Coach Gino naman speaks highly of where he comes from St. Clair, that basketball program. And really, those two guys are just real good coaches for Biñan.
Bam Lopez, nagpakawala doon ng mid-range jumper. Capobres got fouled by Jason Ballesteros.
Now, speaking of Bam, batang Coach Gino yan, di ba?
Sa St. Clair?
St. Clair, I think. Yeah.
Not a good closeout. Very miscue on defense. Jason Ballesteros. Dalawa lang ang bibigay free throws dito kay Alvin Capobres.
Si Alvin is nanggaling ng Marikina. Tama ba?
Hindi, Rizal.
Rizal, right.
He played for Rizal. Ito si Alvin Capobres. Under Coach Tantan Manal, if
Right.
you recall. And meron siya mga, I think he had a couple of double-double performances for Parañaque. Pero yun nga, few and far in between yung naging mga magandang pinapakita niya para dito sa Parañaque.
He's so far the third leading scorer para dito sa Parañaque with about 9.2 points in 20 minutes.
Also had a stint with Negros last season. Pero sa Rizal talaga siya nagpakilala eh. Doon siya nag-thrive under Coach Tantan Manal. Remember, he was with guys like Lawrence Victoria. When Lawrence was playing for Rizal before he went to Pasay. That was in Season 4.
Okay.
Season 4 yun.
Oh, yeah.
Sama-sama sila doon. Nila Jeric Serrano.
Before Lawrence transferred to Pasay.
Bumalik lang si Lawrence sa Pasay.
Mhm.
Because Pasay did not join in Season 4. And then they returned for Season 5. So nagsama-sama ulit sila doon. Sila AJ Coronel, Don Reverente. This free throw hatid sa atin na Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Nakakatuwa isipin, no, yung kung saan-saan sila nanggagaling, Coach Mike. Tapos palipat-lipat, but you still see the impact they provide on the floor with wherever team they come to.
At saka yung some of these guys, well, for Biñan, si Bam Lopez, one of those guys for the most part has really come off the bench. Pero what a three!
Layo nito Alan Mangahas, all the way from San Pedro.
Actually, hindi malayo para kay Alan kasi taga San Pedro lang siya. Biñan lang to eh. Pero yung tira niya malayo. I clearly remember itong si Alan Mangahas back in Peña Redondo answers with his own three. 2009 something when I first saw Alan. He was just right there on the stage putting on his shoe. Maglalaro sa summer league dun sa village namin, and I didn't know who he was, but the moment that he handled that ball and got in the floor, I said this is gonna be a very special talent. And years from then, you saw him playing for Mapua.
It was actually like a walking triple-double when he was with Mapua.
Yeah, totoo naman yun.
Bihira mo na makita si Alan na tumikada yung mga ganyang kalalayo na tres. Si Peña Redondo, binawi din naman para dito sa Biñan.
At saka si Alan really tingin muna sa kakampi kung meron.
Ganun.
Yun ang niya.
Kaya nito, nahanap niya si Peña floor. He pulls up, finds his spot, but can't get it to go. Bam Lopez gets the rebound. 6 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah.
Subido runs into traffic. Maestre, the one-hander, no good, and that signals the end of quarter number 1.
Yeah. They were trying to manage that clock with Subido trying to locate. There's a lane that's open for him to drive. That door got shut, and he gave it up to Maestre.
Lamang nung una yung Parañaque dito, Coach Mike, but Biñan slowly but surely began to turn on the jets behind this pesky and remarkable guard na si Kenny Roacurva para dito sa Tatak-Gel.
Yeah, and Kenny Roacurva has really willed this run in the first quarter, scoring 9 points on a 4 of 5 shooting, and right now it's Biñan with the lead by 7.
Si Captain Hook, lagi nakasuporta sa Biñan. And syempre yung mga manonood din dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. Even here, several times already. Probably the most. And of course, always a pleasure to be here. Poy Aktub is in attendance. Special D from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
One of the more close-knit teams, itong Biñan. You see them, for the most part, being together, even off the court, no? Magkakasama yung mga yan.
Kakabalik lang nila last season. And they missed out in seasons 4 and 5.
Ganda!
At Zaruchan, the rim run, nilabas niya papunta kay Buena Flor, Mangahas. Kasama niyang kapatid, Alan and James together. Progress is on the other side, but Buena Flor decides to take that free and makes it.
Those are some of the 3 best players from the San Pedro Muntinlupa area that connected in that situation. Alan Mangajas with a 2-man game of his brother James, middle of the floor, passes it off, and James locates a 3-point shooting Kevin Buenaflor on that right corner side.
Foul called on Alvin Capobres. Si Ballesteros din yung na-foul niya doon, so magkabawian lang sila doon. 2 former San Sebastian Golden Stags, pero hindi nag-abot, different generations. Though Coach Stephen Mopera, or the Parañaque Patriots that is now challenging that last foul call on Alvin Capobres with just almost a minute gone by here in quarter number 2. We'll return after the short break as we await the result of the challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There was no foul.
Successful challenge
Ball
by
possession.
Parañaque. No foul call on Alvin Capobres. Yeah.
Oh yeah, hindi naman ano.
Marginal contact din kasi.
Right. Good challenge by Coach Sai.
Ball back with Biñan though. 10 seconds on their shot clock. Peña Redondo, right corner pocket free.
Pangalawa na yan ni Peña Redondo. He's 2 out of 3 from that area.
Naging player din ni Coach Gino of St. Clair.
Right.
Alan, pasa kay Alvin Capobres. Talking about it. At Zero Jan off the bounce. Buena Flor for free. Bounces off the rim and off the top of the backboard. Bola babalik sa panig ng Biñan.
Kevin's been getting his looks, pero the shots have not fallen. A lot of it on the off the heel, no? Medyo malakas, nagba-back rim.
Peña Redondo, Renzo Sobido, Mike Maestre, Bam Lopez, Jason Ballesteros. The unit for Coach Boyet.
Yeah, a little shuffle action ending up in a 2-side floppy here for Peña Redondo on that 3.
Good set actually, but just can't get it to fall. Was Peña Redondo. Mangahas. Alan can't turn the corner.
Good defense.
James tried to bail him out with a free, no good. Peña Redondo in transition, susugod all the way, almost. Foul called on Parañaque. No hesitation there. Joseph Peña Redondo putting a lot of pressure on the defense. Zaro Jan, papaltan ni J-Boy Solis. Joseph Peña Redondo troops to the line. Missing on the first free throw. That's good size actually for a wing player, 6'3". Umawa yung pangalawang free throw.
Very mobile then. Here's a 3-point shooter.
Oh, ito talaga.
Oh, yan.
Streaky as they come, Coach Mike.
No, and when you talk about range, definitely meron niya kay Ryan Sual.
Green light kung green light, no?
Oo. Tsaka may handles.
Oo, isa pa yun.
So kung babantayan mo siya sa 3, he can dance on you from 3. If you give him space, he's gonna take it. If you close out long, he's gonna attack you back.
Wala yung bola kay Alan Mangahas. Turnover. And sa Parañaque, papasok sa loob si Allen Papa. Paltan muna si Alvin Capobres.
Si Allen Papa is one of the homegrown from San Pedro, Laguna. Yeah.
Dati mo naging manlalaro, Coach Mike?
Oo, dati ko naging manlalaro yan at original na manlalaro ni Coach Chester Berganyo, Coliseo de San Pedro.
Na-cover ko din siya, Coach Mike, nung nasa Malaysia kami. And he was really impressive despite their team being short-handed in terms of talent. But naitaan ko din he was really a willing scorer. Basta meron siyang slight opening, he will take it.
Agree.
James Mangahas has not found the range yet for Parañaque. 0 of 4. Ball will stay with the Patriots though. Si JJP though, napakamot na ulo. Naging crowd favorite na to si JJ dito sa Biñan. Napamahal na siya dito.
Kasi yung mga, there are games that required energy and he brought that from the bench. And so the crowd appreciates that and the fans of Biñan. Daming mga games that they needed a comeback that he was the one who became the spark plug for Biñan.
Side na lang. Release pass to Papa. Mangahas to J-Boy. Solish short on that 3-point attempt. Pido puts it on the deck. Suwal is free for free. Book it!
Not gonna shy away from that.
Lead up to 11.
Siya yung pagkasalo niya, tansyado na niya Libre ako. Yung calculated yung gaano kalayo yung depensa na alam niya hindi aabot, titirahan niya.
Alan puts it on the deck, floats it up. Can't get it to go. Maestre with a running start. JJ Pido drives. Suwal draws closer. Big boy back to Maestre. Suwal relocates and knocks down another from downtown. Ryan Suwal, instant offense for Biñan.
Almost feels like ang instructions ni Coach Boyet is ganito. Pumunta ka lang sa space na libre, bibigay namin yung bola sa'yo. At pag tansyado mong kaya mong tirahan, just go and release it.
3-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Back-to-back triples for Ryan Suwal, the former St. Clair product. And he gives Biñan a 14-point lead with 6 minutes and 16 seconds left here in quarter number 2.
Raymond Benoya providing the spark here in the fourth quarter. He's got 5 points.
For the Marcelino twins, bounce pass, JC gets it in. Manaytay, outside shot, good! Oh, that was clutch. Robbie Celis coming up big here.
Archie, what a move.
Alvin Macaloni strong to the hoop. It's the basket plus a foul.
Bongo Muyang offensive rebound. And Larry Muyang flexes.
Oh man, that should be a colossal matchup between two former champions. UMFICIA Season 4 and Pangasinan has won the last two. So those two teams have combined for winning the last 3 championships. And boy, that should be something worth watching on a Friday night, Coach Mike.
Oh naman. And when you talk about both these champions, you love the compete of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns with different guys right now heading that team. Archie Concepcion, Raymond Binuya, Larry Muyang. You know, those guys have really competed to defend the crown this season, while the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards continue to be a very efficient team. And they take very few shots, but they make a lot of their attempts because they've been really good offensively.
Free throw shooting, Biñan, more attempts, 73%. Perfect at the line, although just 2 attempts for Parañaque.
And that's not to undermine the defensive of both these teams. Talagang kung depensa lang, I'm sure it's going to be a highly defensive game as well, as much as we talk about them, their offensive prowess.
Lead up to 16 points. Kanina lamang ang Parañaque 18-17. So this is a 25-8 run currently by Biñan. Nagiging problema, binanggit na natin kanina. They succumb to those long lulls of not putting in the ball in the basket itong Parañaque.
Ang tanong kasi dyan, in my opinion, is where are those scores gonna come from? Who is gonna provide that? And for the most part, you're really thinking J. Boy Soles, Paulo Castro, Dave Moralde. Pero it's different when you have that primary defined scorer that you go to, just like this man right here, Ryan Suwal, who can knock down threes.
Parañaque has been scoreless for almost 5 minutes. That continues. A miss from Paulo Castro. In fact, Biñan, as JJ Pido will head to the line, has scored.
Even off a miss, si JJ talaga continues to be very animated. Kaya nagugustuhan siya ng mga fans nitong Biñan.
Only basket of Parañaque has been the 3-point shot by Kevin Buenaflor. Ever since, it's been a 12-0 run for Biñan. They haven't scored for more than 4 minutes already. JJ Pido, former Mapua Cardinal, also played for Rizal. Nagkampi sila dyan ni Alvin Capobres.
Tsaka engineer yan.
Engineer, oo. So Mapua almost automatic ihinyero Siyempre, shoutout sa tatay ko. Mapua graduate din po yun. Ako, nanonood din.
Pero hindi kami magka-batch ng dad mo.
Hindi. Mas matanda sa'yo yun, Coach Mike. Huwag ka mag-alala.
Oh,
Paulo
nice
Castro
try.
lays it up. No good.
That was an open lane.
Si Coach Mike, kung natatanong nyo, kuya ko lang po to. Ha? Hindi na kami nagkakalayo ng edad. Ryan Suwal, pupukol sa 3.
Oh, yeah.
Third 3-point shot for Ryan Suwal.
Pangatlo na nga niya yan dito sa game na ito. And Ryan so far is 3 out of 4.
Limang minuto na walang puntos yung Parañaque until that basket stops that 17-0 run by Biñan. But boy, Parañaque in a huge hole, down by 19. And we'll pause for a break. Back with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena for the continuing coverage of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Tuesday triple header. And Parañaque in dire straits at the moment. Biñan has poured it on here in quarter number 2. They now lead by 19 points. They have outscored the Patriots 17-5 in this quarter. Now they have the basketball, trying to pad onto this huge lead they currently have. Pat Año Nuevo is now in. That was a JJ. And Pido will head to the line. Napa-MJ ako, sila nanonood si MJ de la Virgen eh. Shout out kay MJ, of course.
Oh, MJ. Siya na sa pinaka matapang na guardia rin yan. You're not afraid of the moment.
Coach Poet Fernandez. Alam ko, naalala ko si MJ nung naglalaro siya sa JRU. Di ba coach niya si Coach Virgil? Dati inaasar na ata ni Coach Virgil yung kung paano siya tumira nung una. And yun yung transition kasi ni MJ. He was a shooting guard mostly when he was with JRU. Although he also played point. Pero yung pagpasok niya sa Batangas City under Coach Cholo Villanueva is really blossomed into a full-time point guard now for the Rum Masters, as that was Alec Elorde making his first appearance, immediately laying it up and in.
Yeah, naging player din namin yan sa Beda Alabang. And I think he's the younger yata, or I don't know if younger or older cousin of Nico.
Kanina lang naglaro, no? Si Nico Elorde.
Kasi mga Elorde, mostly athletic laring to sports.
Ngayon, nag-12 into basketball na sila. Siyempre, unang sumikat yan. Of course, the legendary Flash Elorde comes to mind.
Pero nakilala ko na itong legendary Alec Elorde na ito na nasa San Beda Alabang kami.
Oo.
At siguradong legendary yan. Lalo
ano bang ginawa niyan?
Lalo na kay Chelsea.
Sino yun?
Yun ang love of the life ni Alec. Well, Alec Elorde was the captain ball of the high school basketball team of San Beda Alabang. They won the NCAA South. They were the champions. If I recall correctly, that was sometime, I think 2013, 2014, if I recall correctly.
Playing inspired basketball, Alec Elorde.
Yeah.
Naman naalala ko, nakasama ko din yan sa bubble, ni Subic. That was for another tournament. He represented Muntinlupa that time. He was together with Coach Mike Ramos.
Yes, Coach Mike Ramos.
Magkakasama sila. I think si Thomas Torres, Rafi Reyes was part of that team. They did not win a single game actually during the bubble, but that team fought tooth and nail even though they were undermanned. Puro homegrown ng Muntinlupa yung naglaro doon. Dinagdag lang nila sila Thomas sa si Rafi. And Alec Elorde, he caught my eye because he really competed, especially in the defensive side of the floor. Kahit pa yung mga bigatin na mga gwardiya, yung mga kaharap niya doon.
Which is pretty much how he plays. He plays a lot of pride defensively. Ang nagiging challenge lang niya dito sa MPBL is he's undersized for a wingman. He's not really a point guard. He's more of a two guard. And in this league, you have to have height and heft, which unfortunately he lacks going up against the bigger guards of the other teams.
For shout out to Ma'am Chelsea, tama ba?
Yes.
The better half of Alec. Suwal tries to turn the corner. Año
Nice
Nuevo
fake.
lets Pau Castro fly by. That high arcing jumper won't work though.
And then a fake.
Approaching 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. Dave Moralde! Meron pa ba? From Dave.
Favorite move ni Dave yan, yung a little shuffle on the elbow side and a couple more dribbles before he heads into the paint and finish to contact.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Dave Moralde was once Mr. Muntinlupa, played for UP, San Beda.
Tsaka yan, back when I was still not here covering the games and Riley was about 3-4 years old, if I recall correctly. We saw them in one of the local restaurants in Muntinlupa, which is Ho Chai Lai. And yung Muntinlupa team nandoon. And Dave, alongside the other players, including Kevin Buenaflor, were very approachable guys. And they entertained our request for a photo op with Riley. And we still keep that picture because it was very memorable for Riley then.
48-33. Pamboy. Pass to Waray. Foul called against Parañaque. Both teams over the limit. Waray will go back to the line.
Mahirap talaga pag na-involve sa two-man action, lalo na on the elbow side itong si Jaymar Gimpayan, kasi pag nasa loob na ng paint yan, may iba-iba paraan na siya makakascore. Either i-score yan or i-kick out niya sa mga libreng kakampi niya.
From Lawang, Northern Samar, to si Waray Gimpayan. I think at one point he averaged a double-double with Valenzuela. Yeah, he posted his best numbers in Season 4 when he was playing for Valenzuela. 12 points, 10 rebounds. 48-33, 15-point lead. Paulo Castro puts up a three, no good. Gimpayan with another rebound.
Tutusin, undersized para sa position niya, pero sobrang athletic lang talaga eh, tsaka very mobile.
Oo, saka yung motor talaga eh.
Oo, yung motor, right?
Short roll ni Hernandez. Yung pasa intended for Gimpayan na tapik palabas. Bola na mananatili sa panig ng Biñan. A minute and 2 remaining here in quarter number 2. Pamboy. Libre si Pat Año Nuevo. Did not take that shot. Finds itself to Roa Corva for free. Oh, Gimpayan almost.
Nip yun.
Pamboy relocates and buries a free.
Kalmado sigurado. Pamboy Raimundo.
Second free of the night for Pamboy Raimundo. Dave Moralde drives right. Foul whistled on Biñan. They are also in penalty. Moralde ay tutungo sa 15-foot line. Yeah, Dave Moralde played 5 seasons with Muntinlupa. And prior to this one, the lone season that he did not play for the Cagers was in Season 4 with Bacoor.
Saan province galing si Dave?
Alam ko, di ba Cebuano to? Alam ko, Bisaya to si Dave eh.
Alam ko Masbate.
Masbate ba?
Yeah, I think so. Kasi during the pandemic, he was communicating a lot with my eldest, si Justin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he told me that si Dave taga Masbate yan. I'm not so sure, but that's what I got from this. And hopefully Dave, we'll ask Dave later kung saan ba talaga siya.
Sige, mamaya. Halftime, may oras tayo, no?
Oo.
Pwede, pagtsikahan.
At pag nandito kayo sa Biñan, wag niyo kakalimutan ng Tuding's Pork Chop. Pork chop.
Di ko pa na-experience yan, ha?
Next time.
Naira, punta tayo. Naman pasok bukas, eh. Ha? Ano? Game?
Hanapin nyo yan.
6 seconds remaining. Time winding down, and first half comes to an end. Coach Boyd Fernandez, despite the lead, feels like he's still exasperated. Actually, medyo humabol ng bahagya ang Parañaque towards the last couple of minutes. At the half, though, Biñan comfortably ahead, 51-35.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he got the straight left hand. And there's the punching now. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny sensation.
Raymond Benoya providing the spark here in the fourth quarter. He's got 5 points.
For the Marcelino twins. South pass. JC gets it in. Panaytay. Outside shot. Good. Oh, that was clutch. Robbie Celis coming up big here.
Archie. Oh, what a move.
Alvin Macaloni strong to the hoop. It's the basket plus a foul.
Porto Muyang offensive rebound. And Larry Muyang flexes.
Manalang gets it back. 8 seconds to work with. They go to Giab against Capulong. Nice fake by Giab. Atake ni Josh Giab! What a move from Josh Giab! Look at the move from Josh Giab. The shot fake. And lets Capulong fly by with that hang time move.
And the thing is, may nakadig pa si si Mitch Maynes.
Olegario drives right at Jego Dario. Finds a way. Oh my! Hindi ko alam paano nagawa ng paraan ni J. Olegario yun. I could not even find him. Could not even see him. 3 players against J.R. Olegario.
Hindi mo na nga makita.
Kaya nga.
Plus 10 ang Pasay, 14-4. Cyrus Tabi quietly has been having a solid season.
What a pass.
And what a pass. Like you said, papunta kay AJ Coronel.
And that's with the left hand. Usually, players are good with their strong hand, no? Yung mga magagaling pumasa. And this one, though, using the left hand for that behind the back in tight space.
4-point lead para sa Abra. Taiwan. Ildefonso, oh what a move! Dave Ildefonso able to elude the defense. At ito yung magandang galaw ni Dave Ildefonso.
And that's just muscle memory para dito kay Dave Ildefonso.
Risers with a glimmer of hope. Kani. Kani for 3! Oh! Hubert Kani, I tell you, never count the Risers out, especially here on their home floor.
That's right. He rose up with those hands, challenged by Philip Manalang, still knocked it down.
Pasay looks like they're getting a win here after back-to-back losses. Oh, Adlawan could certainly dunk. He'll try for that and he does! Slam jam for Dolan Adlawan.
Pasok na sa top 3 yun, yung dakdak na yun. Maybe the number 1 play.
They trap Pido. He goes to Himpayan. Waray finds Pingris for the hammer.
Oh boy! Me, oh my! Mark Pingris!
What a slam galing kay Mark Pingris. He went up there.
To Coach Stephen Mapera's playbook that he could have more playing time for Parañaque in the coming games.
Pido.
Oh!
The exclamation point
To this one! May pahabol pa!
Nawala tuloy headset ko. Nagulat ako.
That's the first time I've actually seen somebody in the panel lose their headset after a dunk.
Ibang klase naman kasi out of nowhere. And Warlo Batak.
Mina against Darang. 5 seconds to work with. Mina fires a 3. Good! Alan Mina! 10 points in the game. And a clutch basket for the Cowboys.
Boy, and what you love about this, the guys on Ilagan, the Cowboys, clutch after clutch.
They have been fouled as well there.
Yup, didn't get to land on where he's supposed to.
Yes.
Oh my.
Big time shot galing kay Allen for 2. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Bataan. Mitchell with the in and out dribble. Mitchell, what a finish! What a finish! And I thought I was watching Dr. J right there. The in and out dribble. Maines gets deep and adjusts, contorts, and just lays it in with some English. What a spectacular move from Mitchell Maines.
Dr. J-like, if you ask me.
At the half, Parañaque trails Biñan 51-35 here at the Alonte Sports Arena. And the 8th home stand for the Biñan Tatakjel game, Beast Motorcycle Game X. And Coach Mike, actually maganda yung simula ng Parañaque dito eh. Sila pa yung lumamang. They had a 5-point lead early. But Biñan just had their way at the beginning of quarter number 2 after that 3-point shot by Kevin Benyaflor. It was all Biñan, and they had that 17-0 unanswered run that quickly turned this into a rout led by as many as 21 and now find themselves up by 16.
Yeah, tsaka pretty much the board's been controlled by nitong Biñan. That's a plus 15 overall with 7 more offensive rebounds and 9 more second chance points. And yung sinasabi mo kanina, really resulted in free throws as well. Advantage para dito sa Biñan. And the more help that Biñan got off the bench, at a plus 17 in that department. And really, maraming tulong ang kailangan rin ng Patriots para makabalik dito.
Pagpasok ni Ryan Suwal, ambag agad, 3 tres. Pero sa Parañaque, si Dave Morante, turning back the hands of time, 7 points. Paulo Castro, most of his damage came early in quarter number 1, also with 7. J-Boy Solis with 4. And again, the lack of production has been telling on the side of the Parañaque Patriots. But still a long way to go here. Second half underway. Pamboy. See here, they try to run their flex action. O a curva. Gets it to Pamboy Raimundo. Ronnie Alonte starts the third again. Ronnie drives. Ooh, gets the basket plus a foul. How about that for Ronnie Alonte?
To the delight of the local fans of Biñan. Of course, itong si Ronnie Alonte, napakaraming liga dito na nakikita naglalaro siya. But this time, just a good read and a fake strong enough to finish through contact against the bigs of Parañaque.
Completes the 3-point play. Lakas din kasi ng pangangatawan to ni Ronnie. And he was an athlete, especially when he was younger. Kaya talaga dumakdak di ba?
Alam ko naglaro to sa Perpetual
Sa
Biñan.
Laguna.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he was under either Coach Vic Escudero or Coach Jerry Andeleon. I think at some point he played for Biñan, Perpetual.
You know, I always considered him as probably the second best celebrity in terms of being good at basketball, just behind Gerald Anderson.
Yeah. Gerald Anderson, you know, when he started playing, there was a lot of, well, it's just a showbiz guy, but the guy can hoop.
He proved himself.
Oh, yeah, he proved himself. And in a lot of commercial leagues and even here in the MPBL, and, you know, following that footstep is definitely Ronnie Alonte, who could really hoop.
This guy could certainly hoop. Tagal-tagal nyo nang alam yan. Si Pamboy Raimundo, pangatlong tres na. Ang kanyang nabuslo doon. Uy, backcourt. Braid cramp yun from J-Boy.
Tsaka si Pamboy, yan yung, alam mo, similar to Alan Mangahas, just the maturity of playing and understanding the game.
Always had a stroke, Pamboy. 3 triples. Minute gone by, and Biñan immediately producing 6 points. Roacorva sends it to Pamboy, thought about it. Ito yung matchup na hinahanap natin, silang dalawa ni Alan. Lob intended for Big Boy. Shot clock was expiring anyway. And shot clock violation will be called against Biñan.
That's the third time that Coach Boyd has actually run actions for the intention of Ronnie Alonte being the point of attack to try and receive that ball on the perimeter or on the three. So you see a lot of dry action to start or false action before the hope is to get Ronnie free.
Nakasona ang Biñan dito. Bearing Parañaque to shoot. Moralde off the bounds. Shot clock violation also on the Patriots. Bola babalik sa panig ng Biñan. Raimundo at the controls. Sends it to Ronnie Alonte. Si Ronnie alam din maglaro sa sistema eh. Alam niya saan siya pupunta. He's not really forcing his shots.
Yes.
Now he puts up a free. Matulis yan. Yan yung medyo kaibahan nila ni Gerald eh. Gerald has a reliable jump shot from the outside. Si Ronnie is more of attacking, driving to the hoop. But really athletic.
Pero mas matangkad yata. Mas matangkad ba si Gerald? Yes,
Mas matangkad.
Mas matangkad. I think that's a difference as well.
Pamboy. Mas malapad si Gerald eh. And he's been playing, I think, even back in sa Jensen, I think he was playing and was a varsity player. Had promise when he was in high school, but obviously opted to go into the showbiz business. Fast Break the Game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Score po natin is a 20-point lead for Biñan, 57-37. Cut by Jasper Cuevas. Mangahas finally making his first field goal after 5 attempts. A 3-pointer for James Mangahas.
Going back to who you are as a default player, James Mangahas pretty much been known as an outside sniper. Played a lot of 3x3 din, ano?
Oo. Saka sa Lasal pa lang. He was part of the championship back in, I think, 2007, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was a batch under sila, sila Meyerhofer.
Oh,
If I recall correctly,
Basta kasama niya doon sa championship team. Tama, si Rico Meyerhofer, T.Y. Tang, JV Casio.
Yeah. He was there kasi when I felt that when Rico left, parang sila na yung mga senior doon sa team, sa batch na yun
No, kasi si Rico gumraduate I think 2009. That was when sila Noy Baclao, Jai Reyes, Raba Aloseni won their championship in their last year. Mangahas for free, short.
And that was the Norman Black Ateneo team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ronnie Alonte lays it up and in.
Good leak out by Ronnie to that open space. And you know he can really hoop. Because you see the motor, you see the skill set.
Wala si Loisa dito sa Alonte, no?
Normally
supporter
nanonood.
yan, eh.
Oo.
Ano ba nanonood ngayon? Shoutout kay Loisa Andalio, always an avid fan of basketball here in Biñan. And which reason why, of course, Ronnie Alonte.
Oh.
Uy, ganda nung kalaw. Yung drop pass nga lang. Na-recover naman ni Gimpayan, pero hindi niya may shoot yan. Pero yung pagbuslo on that second attempt. 61-40, 5:30 left. J-Boy Solis steps into a 3 off the mark. Raimundo the rebound. Forward pass, Gimpayan quickly on the other side. 2 points.
Gandang matchup pa naman nun, Jmar Gimpayan tsaka J-Boy Solis.
Timeout immediately by Parañaque as Biñan has put on the Jets once more. Gimpayan getting ahead of the defense. Lead up to 23 points, 63-40 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the third. Back with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan, Laguna. Parañaque versus Biñan to cap off our Tuesday triple header. Kicksurf fan of the game, born for greatness.
Nahiya sila.
Nagkahiyaan siya. Ay, mahiya. Ito naman, kayo naman sama-sama tayo dito. Nag-enjoy ng mga labanan dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. At kung ngayon lang kayo tumutok, kanina po nanalo ang Davao kontra Bulacan. And then that intense showdown, how about that, Coach Mike Rizal and Jensen? The Warriors prevailing though on the heels of Val Acuña, reaching the MPBL's 1,000-point club and also winning Best Player of the Game honors after that big free. That actually was a difference na humahabol yung Rizal, yung pamatay sunog na tres, yung pinakawalan doon ni Val Acuña.
Oo, ilan yun? Parang dalawa yata yun, yung binitawan ni Val Acuña. And that was pretty much set up by his teammates as well. Kaya, one of the really good games that we've covered so far. Ganda kasi ng sagutan, both teams competing up to the very end.
James Mangahas, his second free. Babasa 20 kailangan nilang habulin. O Akurba.
Post up.
Poste. Ballesteros. Battle for the rebound. Mapupunta kay Dave Moralde. Tatakbo si Dave. Moralde. Lost control of the rock. Turns it over. Ball back to Biñan. Lorenzo Sobido will come in. Sobido will set a table for Biñan. Comfortably ahead at a moment. Roca Curva with an acrobatic layup.
Ibang klase yung take-off. Yun ang mahirap eh. Parang si Joel Liu kanina. Kaliwete ka, galing ka sa kanang side ng floor, especially on the wing, and even on the slot area. Ang hirap pigilan pag pababa na.
Kevin Peñaflor. That was pure from downtown. 8 points for Kevin.
Ganda rin talaga ang shooting
Ganda ng
touch.
bitaw.
Ganda yung bitaw ni Kevin.
Where did he play in college, Coach Mike?
I think he played for PL Moon, pamantasan
PL
ng lungsod
Moon,
ng
okay.
Muntinlupa, where I'm not so sure if Kevin Racal for a moment played there before he went to Letran. And then the former head coach of Muntinlupa, Coach Jack Ascueta, also played there.
Oh, okay. Dami din ang galing pala doon, no? Sa PL Moon.
Not sure also if Ford Rowaya played there.
Alam ko si Ford, naglaro sa Letran.
Nag-Letran rin siya. but
Tapos,
before
alam
that-
ko Coleo de San Lorenzo eh. This is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness.
Ganda, binit-bit pa eh, no?
Oo. Yung hang time, Coach Mike.
Ika nga ng isang batigang sportscaster si
Sino?
Chicky Reyes, niyangga pa.
Niyangga pa. Siyempre, shout out, Brother Benga.
Oo.
Uy! Layup ni Peña Redondo. Pasok yan, plus a foul.
Yun, yung dalawang yun, alam ko sa kanya ka narinig yun, yung Yanga tsaka Benga. Pag Yanga, layup, pagka Benga, tira sa labas. Yun ang understanding ko, yun ang recall ko.
Peña Redondo with 9 points. Chance for a 3-point play. 69-48. Peña Redondo, sablay yung free throw. Alam mo yung Parañaque last season, Coach Mike? You know, I think that play of run that they had came out of nowhere because I don't think many people were expecting them to make a move towards the playoffs. But surprisingly, they finished the elimination round number 5. And yung nakalaban nila in the quarterfinals was
Zamboanga.
Zamboanga.
Oo.
Yeah.
Zamboanga yung kalaban nila na yun, mabigat yun. They won what? I think they won game 1 eh, no? And Zamboanga won game 2, parang ganun.
Oo.
Yeah.
Tapos bumalik sila sa Zamboanga na ipanalo nila yun. Alvin Capobres with a 3-point play opportunity. Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Alvin Capobres completes it. Baba sa 16 ang lamang ng Biñan. 2:16 left here in the third. Peña Redondo. Subido tries a free. It's good. Renzo Subido joining the fray. Nueve puntos ang lamang. Alan Mangahas gives it up to Kevin Peñaflor at the elbow. J-Boy Solis. Great backdoor cut, but Peñaflor lost control of the basketball. Turnover on Parañaque.
I saw one of the players kasama sa roster this season ng Parañaque, si MJ Homo. And he says, I asked him kung ba't hindi pa siya nakakapaglaro, and he says kailangan daw nilang tapusin muna yung NCRAA. Because there's a ruling by NCRAA. Another 3-pointer by Renzo Bido right there.
Susan si MJ Homo, Olivares.
Yes, he plays for Olivares. And I think that's one of the reasons kung bakit si Alfred Flores hasn't played yet for Bataan kasi kailangan tapusin din yung NCRA before they can actually play.
Pero si MJ Homo, hindi yan naglaro sa UCAL eh.
Then,
pero sa NCRA,
yes.
naglaro siya.
Yes.
Interesting. Although, nanalo pa rin naman sila ng championship, the very first one with Coach Mike.
Yeah.
After I think 5 tries, parang 4 times silang nabigo. Kasi lagi silang finals pero talo sila lagi.
This season sila yung na-crown na champion, yung Olivares.
That was a hell of a series, Coach Mike.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the games. And which is why, momentarily I got to talk to Coach Mike, his transfer to Caloocan.
Okay.
He says, parang ibang naman to, territory to, Coach, kasi karamihan mga veterano and sanay siya dun sa mga, upcoming players that he hones and trains. And he says he's very excited to, use the schemes of the triangle offense because pretty much the talent that you have there in Caloocan can play that way.
Actually, nung nagsimula naman siya with Parañaque, halos ganun din naman yung sitwasyon eh. Kasi si Carl Brian Cruz, JP Calvo, Ed Takiwag, nandyan.
Pero he still had his younger guys like Paulo Castro and Boy Solis. Yeah.
Yung sinasabi mo, sa Caloocan talaga totally
bago.
different group na yan.
Different group, that's right.
Bagong challenge para sa kanya. Mike
Nice
Maestre with an undergoal stab. And I think he's enjoyed the run there. Alam mo, may report si Sid pero hindi ko muna babanggitin kasi kailangan niya ma-report yun. Sobrang gandang report nun na pag nag-cover si Miss Sydney Crespo ng Caloocan game, mandatory, kailangan i-report niya yun. Hindi ko i-reveal para sa kanya. Para sa kanya yun. Sa kanya lang. Wala nang iba.
Pero ang i-reveal ko, ang sarap niya magluto ng steak.
Oo. Patikim naman.
Baka naman.
Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Coach Mike, third quarter belong basically to Biñan again.
Yeah, pretty much a carryover how they performed in the second quarter. And the Patriots, try as they may, there's really just so many schemes and so much firepower on the side of Biñan, which makes it difficult for them. And they still got one more quarter to try and make this a ball game.
And we head into the fourth lamang ang Biñan ng 22 puntos, 75-55 over Parañaque. Uy! Pogi naman nun.
Oo nga.
Sino ba yun? Fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. And of course, nag-enjoy sila dito sa... Kilala mo ba, Coach Mike? Hindi. Alam mo, ilalam mo eh. Here we go. Fourth quarter underway between Parañaque and itong Biñan. Alam mo, nakausap natin si Dave Morales. We check out the quarter scoring. 30-23 Biñan, 21-12, then 26-20. Unti-unti lumayo itong Biñan laban dito sa Parañaque Patriots. But going back, di ba kausap mo si Dave? So, kinonfirm natin kung taga-saan talaga siya.
Sabi kasi ni Javi, he's from Cavite. I think now, sa Cavite siya umuwi.
Siya mismo.
Siya mismo. But I talked to Dave earlier and he confirms that the dad is from Cebu and the mom is from Masbate. So, sabi ni Dave, nanonood daw ngayon yung mom and dad niya. So, shout out to the mom and dad of Dave Moralde. Always watching his games.
Shout out din, Javi, who's watching. Alam mo, Coach Mike, ito
Si Javi na ba to?
Si Javi na to. Pupunta na tayo doon. Iwa si Sydney. Pero disadvantage eh. Kasi siya lang nakita natin nagluluto sa story eh. So malay mo sila baka magaling pala magluto. Baka next time magdala ng pagkain dito, di ba?
Pwede naman.
Di ba?
Pwede naman.
Pero itong undisputed, Coach. Sa ating 5 commentator, baka si Javi pinakamagaling kumanda. Baka naman gusto mong
Kumanta?
Kumonted
Kumanta?
Kumanta.
Hindi ako singer. I'm a dancer.
Ayun. Sige
Para hindi makakasample dito lang.
Dapat pag may Christmas party, latagan ng tali, ha? Okay?
Treasure eh, no?
Oo. Peña Redondo missing on that jumper. Capobres goes
Ooh.
up. Ooh, that's a hard foul given up by Peña Redondo.
Well, it looked like napaaga lang yung take-off ni Capobres. I don't think Peña Redondo had that intention. Kasi actually, to my view, umiwas na siya pero nag-elevate na kagad si Capobres.
Oh, hindi mo sadya eh.
Yeah.
It was a case of, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. 8 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
So bakit hindi natin hilingan ng sample si Javi? Next susunod pagka nakasama natin si Javi. Or pag nakasama mo si Javi.
Legit yan, coach.
Talaga?
Oo. Lipit yan. Sa mga courtside kaya, sino kaya? Feeling ko, makakasama lang natin ngayon eh. Ha?
Singer?
Singer.
Ayan na, hawak na yung microphone.
Oo.
Kakanta na.
Palagay ko lang ha.
Yung next report niya, to the tune of...
About review, pushing foul on number 7.
Pushing foul lang.
Joseph
Ayun nga.
Peña.
That was just Joseph Peña Redondo.
Umiwas na siya actually.
Umiwas na siya eh.
Umiwas na siya, yeah.
Free throws coming up though for Alvin Capobres. His dad, well, before that, let's go first to Lyra Punsalan.
Coach Franklin of Parañaque said that the recent focus for their team ay ang ensayo at conditioning, making sure that the young squad is developing the discipline and stamina that they need. Bata pa ang team, kaya naman kaming coaching staff laging nakaguide para mahanap nila yung rhythm nila. Medyo hirap pa nga raw sila in finding consistency, but one thing that is working in their favor right now is Alvin Capobres, who's expected to step up, and so far he's answering the call in the second half. Fancy guys.
Thanks so much, Lyra. And Capobres currently has 7 points. And, it hasn't been the most productive season for him this year. When he's had flashes of brilliance, I think he has a couple of double-doubles na hindi lang, like, it's massive. Like, I think he had a 23 in 19 game, one time out, and then a 16 and 12. So, the potential is there for him, but kung titignan mo kasi yung profile niya, he's not really slated to be the go-to guy eh. Kailangan talaga parang second, third fiddle siya eh.
Yeah, that's right. Tsaka si Alvin, pretty much a guy that's a good follower. And so right now, he got thrusted into the spotlight. And so, experience-wise, alongside itong sila James and Alan Mangahas and Dave, these guys are expected to lead this young core of Patriots.
Of course, you got a feel for the coaching staff of Parañaque. There are a lot of things out of their control. Pero right now, they're trying to get the best that they could out of this group as Alan Mangahas knocks down his second free. Cuts this lead down to 19.
And what you love about the Patriots that they continue to compete. And to Lyra's report, Coach Franklin Mancho says yung pagkakondisyon nila at yung preparation nila kailangan na nandun pa rin. And Coach Franklin knows that because he's played under Coach Mike Sagigit as well. If I recall correctly, he was a teammate of Coach Mike's son, Dwight Sagigit. At some point, those guys played alongside each other, including si Clarence Singh.
Okay.
And so they're very familiar with the culture, the system, and the manner of preparation para dito sa Parañaque, having played for the Sea Lions, and you're not surprised that he continues to be part of this coaching staff of Parañaque.
Basket and one for Alvin Capobres.
Yan yung hinihingi natin kay Alvin. If not scoring, it's rebounding that you're getting out of it.
Fast break the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
And so far this season, he's averaged about 10 points per game and 7 rebounds.
Almost 10 points, no?
Oh, and in 20 minutes of action. He's almost a 70% free throw shooter.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL, his late dad played in the MPA. I think he played for the Manila Metro Stars. Yung mga kampinya
na-mention mo
doon
nga
sila,
yan before.
sila Chito Victolero, Alex Compton, I think Romel Aducol, Coach Peter Martin. That was a squad.
Yeah. Well, Chito Victorero is some other story as well. It pretty much came from Mapua. Alam ko sa ano lang si Coach Chito noon, mga intrams lang ng collegiate. That's where he got discovered by, I'm not sure if it was Coach Joel that was coaching Mapua back then, or Coach Horacio.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Ganda ng interior passing at that moment.
Oo. Kung maalala mo dati, Coach, si ano rin, naging kampi nila, si Gilbert Demape.
Yeah,
Yung
right.
tinatawag nilang dating Jordan ng Cebu.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
One other coach who's come out of Mapua in the collegiate game is Coach Jack Santiago, the longtime assistant of Coach Franz Umaren. Right. So dati yun naglalaro sa I think civil engineering in Mapua. That's where he really started. He's one of the really good guards that I get to watch there in the Intramurals.
Lumabas yung tira ni Waray. Forward pass, Allen Papa. Nasundutan ni Bam Lopez.
Good steal.
Lopez pulls it back out for Biñan. Comfortably ahead, 79-61. 5:34 remaining here in the fourth quarter. JJ Pido attacks, sidestep, gets it to go. 20 puntos ulit ang lamang. Alan Mangahas, quarterbacking for Parañaque. J-Boy Soles facing up on Gimpayan. Jarud Chan pulls it back out. Bebuelo laban kay Big Boy. Nasundutan na naman. Bam Lopez with another steal. JJ lost it. Bola natapik. Suwal steps into a free. Bounces out. May hampas at may foul laban sa Parañaque.
Sumugot na si Javi. Sige raw, thank you. Thank you daw for telling everyone about his singing talent.
Legit naman po yan.
Oo naman. Si Javi pa ba? Diba?
Oo.
Pero pag nakakasama ko naman si Javi, I'm sure sasabihin niya sa akin kung anong talent.
O sige, next time. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Tigbayan. Pasok din yung pangalawang free throws. 83-61. Punta tayo sa tuding sa next time, ha? Gusto ko yan.
No, I'll bring you two things when you on the next game. Hindi lang ako nakaano kanina.
Okay lang yan, Coach. Marami tayong panahon. Palagay ko hindi ito yung last time na nasa Biñan tayo. Dami tayong games dito.
Yeah, maraming games dito eh. Wow, what a defense.
Jasper Cuevas, who I understand was a former Perpetual Hell player, right?
Si
Jasper Cuevas.
I think, I'm not sure if he also played for San Beda Alabang in high school. I'm not so sure.
Pido. Ian Gagana, Big Boy sa loob, short. Big Boy na naman. 2 points off that putback.
And that is why Biñan got him. Because yung pinakita niya sa Patriots ng laro ng pang big man, napakalaking magiging tulong. Oh, what a block by J-Boy.
Sending that out of bounds. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Allen Papa comes in. So, Capobres looks like his night is done. He will finish the game with 9 points. Moving forward, if you're Biñan, ang dami kasing natalo sa South in their last games. Batangas dropped their assignment against Nueva Ecija over the weekend. Quezon as well. Muntinlupa lost to Pangasinan yesterday. And, Rizal also kakatalo lang sa Jensan So, when you look at the team standings right now, Coach Mike, in the South, there's a lot of potential for changes in the coming weeks.
Right. Kasi itong impending win na ito for Biñan, they're gonna stay at number 5. And again, as the games go, pretty much interesting yung mga movement, lalo na dito sa South. Kasi I feel dikit-dikit yung pagkakabundle sa kanila eh. Samantalang sa North naman, the top 6 teams have pretty much gone on a win streak. And it's the middle pack that's really trying to catch up. And no other team has gone, longer win streaks than 2. At least for the South Division. And the hottest team really has been Zamboanga down south.
Yung Muntinlupa, mabibigat yung mga assignments sila this month. We also have, I think, San Juan coming up. James Mangahas with a free, cuts it to 19. Suwal tries to answer, no good. Alec Ilor did a rebound. Benya Floor puts it up and in, long 2-point shot.
And Kevin has done pretty well here in this game. He's got 11 points on a 3 of 5 shooting from 3.
Si ano ba, PL Moon din, Coach Mike? Si Sam Jocampo.
I think yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
Alam mo yun?
Si Sam. We call him One Eye Sam because of yung ano niya. That's how he's known really here in the South.
Ano, nickname din nun, RoboCop, di ba?
I'm not sure.
Alam
Kasi
ko,
parang ganun yung,
diba?
yung build niya. Yung build. Tsaka hirap rin makipagbungguan doon sa loob kay Sam.
Jimmer Gimpayan with another basket. 87-68. Parañaque, unfortunately, will drop down to another loss. Things look promising for them to begin the season. But, there were things nga na hindi nila makakontrol. Alonte can't hit the free by the floor. Rim run. Last 2 minutes of the game. 19-point lead. Papa tries a free off to the right.
And so Parañaque's, this will be their 12th game, and so they have 17 more. It's been a rough start for them, and so it's important how you're gonna change that narrative, and games are gonna be tougher. So the guys that are gonna come in, who will they be? Will there be some changes come the window?
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. From my understanding, yung window na yan is gonna be next month, di ba? Sa June?
I think yes.
So malapit na yun. And, at that time, we're gonna probably be more than halfway through the season already. Kasi itong Biñan, after this, they will be, 9-4, 13 games in, 16 more to go. They still have probably 3 more games here this month.
Yeah, because today's their 13th game. So this will be a 9-4 record for Biñan. They will go up to number 4, and they should be ahead of Rizal, who lost earlier. Rizal is 9-5. So this was a very important win for Biñan, because a win would give them number 4, but if they lose, they would slide to number 6, middle of the pack.
With this impending win, they will just be 1 game behind Quezon and Muntinlupa. And binanggit na natin yung difficulty of schedule nung Muntinlupa coming up.
Yeah.
Gonna be a test for them because they had a strong start to the season as James Mangahas buries another free.
And I think ang Muntinlupa, from gauging from yesterday's game, they went up against Pangasinan. That was really a strong start, but really more forceful in my opinion para dito sa Pangasinan. And there will be games like those where you think you have a really good start, but it'll be runs by the tougher teams that will test your character and your poise. And so Coach Mark, Coach Gino, and the coaching staff of the entire Muntinlupa Cagers are going to have to dig deep and try and figure out solving those runs by the top teams.
Coach Boyet egging on JJ not to take that shot. Pat will take it and make it. Oh, a
And-
three-pointer.
And Coach Boyet celebrates after the made three by Onion Web.
At least si Pat yung nakashoot dun.
Uh-huh.
Ito they will just dribble it out. Oh, pero nasundot pa din ni Allen Papa. Opportunity to cut the lead. Papa can't get it to go. And that's gonna do it for this game. Biñan taking care of business. Now 7-1 here at the Alonte Sports Arena. Notable wins here over Rizal and Pangasinan. Tonight winning against Parañaque. Their only loss was the very first home game that they had laban sa Mindoro, an upset. But now bouncing back from that tough loss against Jensen and picking up a very important win. And they move up to number 4 in our team standings, getting past Rizal after their loss earlier. Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A double-double right there for Jaymar Gimpayan. He's got 17 points on a 53% shooting from the field. 15 rebounds to go with that. 6 offensive and just an overall effort para dito kay Jaymar Gimpayan.
Man, monster performance again for Waray Gimpayan and helping Biñan secure a win here at the Alonte Sports Arena. Let's go courtside to Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Jaymar, for the past 6 games nyo, 5 doon panalo dito sa home court nyo. At nag-translate nga. Anong pakiramdam na nag-translate yung goal ni Coach Boyet na masungkit nyo ulit ang comeback win?
Unang-una sa lahat, thank you Lord sa panalo na ito at pinagkaloob mo sa amin yung panalo. Unang-una sa lahat, ayun lang, pinaghandaan namin yung game na to. Siyempre, kailangan namin maging ready dahil sa mga upcoming game namin. Madaming mas malalakas. Nandiyan yung Pampanga, Batangas. Lahat yan ay pinaghahandaan namin. Kailangan lang namin execute lagi yung namin, opensa. And siguro sa depensa rin.
And speaking of your next matchups, makakaharap nyo naman ang Davao sa susunod na galing din sa panalo kanina. Ano naman sa tingin mo yung advantage at kailangan nyo pang trabahuhin para makaharap sila?
Ayun lang, actually magiging advantage namin doon, siguro sa run, sa takbuhan, magiging lamang kami, mas madami kaming bata. Dadalhin lang namin yung siguro yung play. Sundin lang namin lahat ng pinapagawa ni Coach.
Any greetings?
Unang-una sa lahat, thank you sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa Biñan, kay Boss Monching Talisayon sa walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin. Kay Boss Ruben Tan, Motorcycle Tires, Ma'am Rina, Game X Sports, Victoria Sports, Boss Nuevo, tsaka Vice Mayor Jel Alonte. Mayor Jel Alonte, at saka sa girlfriend ko, sa mama ko, sa mga taga-barangay Oleras, maupay nga patron sa iyong tanan niya da, sa mga taga-Valenzuela, sa mga tito ko dyan. Nabati ko lahat dyan. Magandang gabi.
Maraming salamat, Jaymar Gimpayan of the Biñan Tatakjel. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Congratulations to Biñan. And on Thursday, we'll be at the Pasay Astrodome starting at 4 p.m. Cebu Classic kontra Sarangani Gripper, followed by the Mindoro Tamaraws and Basilan Viva Port Masters, a big one in the south. And to cap things off, Pasay Voyagers will defend once again their home floor. And that does it for our coverage for tonight. On behalf of Lyra Punsalan and Coach Mike Perez and our entire crew, ako po si Ken Pangilinan, maraming salamat sa pagsubaybay sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.